To do well, you need to look what makes shorts work and to produce it like a short video first, not a YouTube video. See that video? It got 1.3 million views. And the reason I know about it is because I made it with my girlfriend. I mean, this is my living room. Look, I even have the basket too. And the reason it picked up that many views is because it followed the rules of making short videos that work on TikTok and then clearly work on Instagram Reels, and could now be the way to look at how YouTube Shorts could work too. Could. Remember that right now this is all a big old test. So YouTube Shorts is still really new and will probably change a ton, but short portrait video is not. I've been studying it all year, I've made some courses on it, I work with influencers who mastered it, and suddenly it's on the best video platform in the world, YouTube, and now I'm actually really interested in sharing it with you guys because I believe what worked on TikTok and Reels is gonna move over here. And the information in this video is gonna teach you how to get similar results to hopefully that Instagram video I just showed you. First, if you don't know why shorts are a massive opportunity, you need to watch this video now or at the end. Now, let's just get cracking. YouTube Shorts is really complicated to use at the moment. I'm going to do my best to simplify it and show you what to focus on when making them to get results like that reel. So to start, I believe you should not, I repeat, should not treat these like you usually would treat a YouTube video or as a channel update or a quick message to your fans. It's not the type of content that goes viral. I mean, you can do this, of course, but YouTube Shorts are not stories. They're a new format that appears in 2 places on YouTube at once. Where you want them to appear if you want a potentially massive amount of views is this thing called the short shelf. Can you see that? That's the short shelf. It doesn't really stick out much, not at the moment anyway, but it is a totally different viewing experience to your regular videos. Also, it's only available on mobile. Now, when you make a short, it can appear in 2 places. Number 1 on your channel here, and as I just showed you, here on the short shelf. This is the promised land. This is where you want your short video. Now, when viewed here on your channel, this isn't really a short, it's just a regular video. And the initial views you'll get are gonna work like your regular videos. They're probably gonna come from your subscribers. Look, you can see it has a play bar and the comments below. And yeah, it's just portrait video on YouTube and it looks really ugly on a desktop. Now, you may or may not know that short videos are blowing up and getting serious traction for a lot of channels at the moment, but that's not happening because people are watching the videos here on your channel as regular videos. It might be in some cases, but for the majority, definitely not. So the reason this is almost like 2 videos is that when you upload these videos that are 60 seconds or less and shot in portrait and you add hashtag shorts to the title and description, it then tells YouTube it's a short. So what that means is it can stand a chance of appearing here on the short shelf, the promised land. Note, stands a chance. It's not a guarantee, and actually you can make a short and nothing happen for days or weeks or maybe even ever, but then wham, on the shelf doing the victory dance. And again, they can also stop getting views just as fast as they get them. And then they can stop getting them and then start getting them. And it's an absolute roller coaster when you're on the short shelf, I tell thee. So in order to get here, it all seems quite random right now. To do well, you need to look what makes shorts work and to produce it like a short video first, not a YouTube video. So what does that mean? Well, we have to look at TikTok, but also Instagram, because Instagram have just made Reels the main button on their app, which means they either have seen it pick up a lot of traction or they're fighting to make it work. And by taking the TikTok rules and using them on Instagram, we got this video 1.3 million views. Now, although this is not a small Instagram account, videos usually get around 7,000 views and actually do awful compared to just images. So the best thing we can do right now is to have an educated guess. What works on TikTok is going to work here. So what works on TikTok? The usual. Likes, shares, comments, but most importantly, how long people watch your video for. So we know that retention rate and watch time are important on YouTube, as well as click-through rates. On Shorts, when they do make the short shelf viewing experience, aka the promised land, they probably do not have a click-through rate because they start playing straight away as you scroll. So there's one metric you really got to focus on, and that is your retention rate percentage. And this was our focus for the 1.3 million view reel. The thing about Shorts is, and TikToks, 100% retention rate isn't actually the best. A 200, 400, 500% retention rate is the thing to aim for. Look at this graph. You see that? That's from a short I made that went on the short shelf. You can see the intro has more than 100% retention, which means people rewatched it. Why? Because the intro was pretty out there, so people go back and they watch that intro again. So when making your shorts, your focus has to be 90% on how to make the opening 2 seconds work so it really pulls someone's attention in visually. It's probably also not the best idea to use it to promote new releases on your YouTube channel because you're not trying to drive people from shorts to your regular content. This needs to be thought of as standalone. So here's a quick fire checklist to help you make these videos that hold people's attention, and it contains some facts from TikTok that you might want to consider too, because let's face it, probably work on shorts too. So test, and don't expect just because you made a short it will do well. It still needs to be good. So here's some things you need to check out. Firstly, go look at what gets suggested on Instagram Reels and TikTok and note down the styles that you think you can emulate. Then go find a TikTok account in your niche, see which of their videos has got the most views, and make your own versions. Don't flat out copy them, but if you don't know what to make, just make your version of what works on other platforms that use short portrait videos. It's a starting point based on an educational guess, which is better than nothing. Then put all of your effort into the intro, as we just spoke about. It needs to stop people scrolling. And then use storytelling. Yes, it's a grown-up word, but you need to find ways to use it to create tension, suspense, intrigue, laughter, educate, and joy. I can't tell you the exact ways to do that in one single video, but think to yourself, does this short just made tick any of these boxes? If it does, then it's on the right path. Now, you might have seen the guy on TikTok who blew up simply asking people what their jobs were in their very expensive cars. All he did was tickle the intrigue sense in our brain to make it really flipping interesting. It's that simple. You see a supercar and you think, I wonder what that person does. And all he did was just go and ask loads of people in fancy cars, and it is the most addictive content. Use jump cuts too. So this is a jump cut, the camera's wide, and then the camera's close. And cut the gaps and pauses out of your narrative so it gives your video some energy. Energy is going to be key to holding your viewer. Then make sure you just don't introduce yourself. Just take the most interesting part of your video and slam it up the front, then unpack it. Try to add something new every 5 to 6 seconds too. So jump cuts, text, filters, special effects, like the video that got 1.3 million views. Use humor as much as you can too. And then you want to think about targeting trends. Again, go to TikTok, you'll see people using the same effects and basically making the same videos, just their own version. Try bringing that over to YouTube. There will be a reason it works over there. Take that style and add it to your own style. And if you want to learn more about actually making these and the apps you can use to do it, check out the video at the end of this. Also, you really want to make your content lighter and brighter. Now, I'm not kidding here. On TikTok, brighter and lighter content performs better than darker videos. Which makes sense. You ignore dreary looking video. And then edit. If you have editing skills, then use things like this or this or this at the start of a video are going to do well. In fact, that's the approach we used to get 1.3 million views. When Shorts is actually rolled out en masse, you'll then need to consider the music too. Right now, we don't have the option to add music tracks like you can in the TikTok app. This will play a big part in Shorts as it's being tested in India, but if it's like TikTok, when it is rolled out, you'll want to use trending tracks to get more views. But right now, before the music comes in and all the other TikTok features, I believe you have a chance to carve out a following with your shorts. It's all still up in the air, but one thing that isn't is how to make short videos that get traction. So go and start testing these on your own channel. But beware, I've mentioned this video that made 1.3 million views multiple times. It had one big issue, and it's the reason we never made another one. It's a yoga account. We're not interested in getting millions of views and followers. We're interested in getting yoga fans to follow the account. The issue with the reel in question is it got liftoff, went out to a super wide audience, and that's no good when you want to keep your audience super focused. So yeah, it's a nice thing to have done, but we thought about it and the strategy just seemed pointless to try and emulate. This could be the same with shorts. So although adding creative edits and making funky videos is great, it could widen your audience too much. Now, if you want to learn more about TikTok, check out the course I produced below with a TikTok influencer. Learn about the For You page, how to make videos that get traction, and then watch the interviews with her and you'll have your eyes opened as to how this will probably all pan out. And make sure you watch this video to learn why YouTube is unlikely to drop this, and this one to learn about how to edit and shoot these on a phone and a camera.